you guys have got some momentum. A good victory in the previous game. What is the plans going ahead here?
So, of course, to win, and we'll try our level best. We'll follow the process, not to try a lot of things. Just try to keep it simple, and that's what it is. Yeah.
What are you planning to have as a target here?
Seeing what happened in the first game today, 200. So we'll try and maximize whatever we can. Try and reach 200. So that's what the target. Let's see how it goes. Yeah.
Anyways, all the best and go well. Mudassir, you lost the toss, but what would have you done had you won it?
Okay, no control on the toss, but I would have loved to bat first. But nevertheless, that's how cricket is about.
Well, absolutely. Now, you have been put into, I think you're going to be bowling first. So, what do you think is a good score to limit them to that you'll be more comfortable chasing?
Around 150, 160 should be okay. Easy to defend because we bat quite deep and we have a good, strong bowling lineup today.
What's your lineup for today?
We have Khalid in and we have Mudassir Bhai in. That's about it.
Anyways, all the best and go well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Well, so that's the news from the center. The Dubai Daredevils, they've won the toss and they've elected to bat first.
Now you've heard that from Atik. Daredevils winning the toss and electing to bat first. They usually like to do that. Before we can go through the squads, I'd like to introduce my partner, Yuzran. What a beautiful name. Welcome, Yuzran.
Thank you, Furkan. And yes, we're up for a very tight game today. The Daredevils taking on Valley Boys. For the Daredevils, skipper Mohit. Then we've got Abhinav, Azharuddin, Aziz, Charit, Hari Prasant, Shad, Shahnawaz, Shakir, two Shakirs, and Sumit. So it's a very talented team from Daredevils who are taking on some experienced players from the Valley Boys as well. Mudassir Wani, he's very, very experienced. Bilal Ahmed, Danish Ahmed, Khalid, Majid, Mohsin Mattu, another very experienced player. Mudassir Bashir, Musa Benazir, Saqib Amin, Usman, and another Usman as well. So two equally good teams. They've had a pretty bouncy start in this tournament, but nevertheless they'll be trying to better themselves today. Equally good sides. And Furkan, we are up for a very cracking encounter.
Yeah, we do. Both teams have new faces in the side. Khalid Ibrahim, another fast bowler, very, very talented, very quick bowler. And just as we talk about talent, there right at the top of your screen, Sagar Kalyan early today scored the second 100 of the tournament, 105. What a knock that was. Unbelievable batting. Just 4 games and he's already right at top. 258 runs at an average of 64. Look at that strike rate. 209. Senthil behind him. 177. Anish Wadwa 90. Rais Ahmed 78. Danny Pawson 51. So pretty close everyone. But barring Sagar Kalyan, everyone's trailing behind. So we almost ready to go. The fielding team is in a huddle. There's the bowling leaderboard. Abdullah Kayani's picked up 11 wickets. Yuzran, why don't you take us through this?
Yeah, definitely. Abdullah Kayani bagging 11 wickets in 5 matches. His average is pretty good as well. It's below par from in comparison to the other players. Wasim Akram, a wonderful name for a bowler. He's bagged 9 wickets. Haider Ali. So everybody is within that, almost reaching the 10 mark in the top 5. As we know, this can be a fast bowling paradise, this pitch here at the ICCA Academy. So everybody is trying their best because there's a lot of movement, especially for the swingers. So I think we'll see more paces on top.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. Yes, this is a fast bowler's paradise, but we also have a couple of spinners right at the top there. Haider Ali, to name one Sagar Kalyan. Right, so the teams are out in the middle. The fielding team just having a chat to each other, just in a huddle. In the batting team, Mohit, the skipper, opening the inning with his partner Hari. They'll want to get off to a good start. They'll be looking to consolidate in this power play, take a few calculated risks, get the scoreboard ticking, and then later part of the innings run hard and try to get an imposing score. This is a good wicket to bat on. We saw the first game played here today. Ajman Heroes managing to score 198 and a brilliant 100 by Sagar Kalyan. Interesting to see how these batters will go.
Yeah, we've seen some very big scores in this pitch earlier on, but in the last few days it's all been in the 180, 190 range. Teams tend to score big runs once they get a good start. Couple of days ago as well, we saw the DCC Starlets take an exhilarating start, scored 65 in that power play, but eventually fell just short of Mid-East Metals. So what we can understand from that is the bowlers have the upper hand here. The batsmen need to be very mindful. But if they can counter-attack the bowlers early on, they can definitely make inroads towards scoring a big score like 200.
Khalid Ibrahim taking the new ball, likes to start proceedings, likes to have those two men catching. He'll enjoy bowling at this wicket. I think this is his first game here. Very good bowler. He's put on a little weight, but you'll see as he goes along, he has a lot of pace and then gets that ball to deck away. That's why he's got those two slip fielders in place. Very attacking field. Valley boys are attacking cricketers. They like to attack players mostly from actually all of them are from Jammu Kashmir. Tells you the kind of talent we have in that part of the world. Mohsin Mattu leading the pack. An absolute brilliant batter. Spin among the runs. Just as we talk about Mohsin Mattu. Field all set. Umpire calls play. First ball underway.
Anything short can be put away, and straight away Ibrahim bowling a very tight line. I think that's the kind of line he has to stick to, because he can't afford to bowl anything short because there's no protection there in the leg side. So he'll have to bowl everything on the off and make sure that the batsman doesn't play any cross-batted shots. Mohit Raghav and Hari Prashant opening the batting for the Daredevils. They used to be the men in pink, but now they've changed into a different shade of colour, blue. And straight away we're seeing a lot of movement there. Ball going away from Mohit Raghav. Khalid Ibrahim. He can move the ball both ways. And clearly from the start, he's showing his prowess. He's put on a little weight though, Furkan, from the last time I saw him.
Yeah, he has. Well, you know, Kashmiri cuisine is very tasty, and I don't blame him. He's one of those diesel engine cars, you know, it takes time to get going. Once he gets going, he's brilliant to watch.
Oh, much better delivery. He's hitting the deck very hard, getting that good length in. And straight away Mohit Raghav, under a lot of pressure, managed to find bat on ball just in the first delivery and beaten in the other two. So he must be still having those butterflies earlier on, right?
Absolutely, any batter initially when they walk out to bat, beat any level of cricket, do have those butterflies while they're on not. As soon as they get off strike, they get that deadlock broken, start to ease their nerves.
Yet again going away, but this time a little bit wayward. Should have wanted to bowl a little more straighter. But going back to the earlier point, Furkan, Maxwell would disagree. He had no butterflies the other day.
Well, he's a rare talent. He's an actual beast. Unbelievable innings that he's played. Got his team back in the hunt for that semi-final spot. And what a knock he played.
I think a lot of technical coaches wouldn't have enjoyed that game or that inning from Maxwell, because there was no foot movement whatsoever. Just stood and deliver. Khalid Ibrahim now. This time gets bat on ball. Mohit Raghav and gets off strike. So he must be relieved.
First runs on the board here for Daredevils. Mohit's looking to pull the ball. The ball's not all that short. Even if it is, it's pitched way outside off stump. Mind you, Khalid Ibrahim is a tall boy. He'll get that bounce. Better off playing with a straightish bat. Lot of gaps straight down the ground. Like I always say, that's the easiest shot in the book, down the ground.
Yeah, Mohit Raghav was trying to go for that pull shot and make use of the space in the leg side. There's no mid wicket. And this time, wayward once again from Khalid Ibrahim, giving away an unforced error. Lucky not to be given a wide there. Well, in fact, I think it was a wide. So he just needs to fix his length. Started off very perfectly. First, second, third delivery. And once a single was taken, it just struggled a bit. Yet again, a good line, but got on top of that. Hari Prasant, very quick to pick on that. Played a very good looking shot. Covered the line. Went on the back foot. And just carved it between the cover field and the back foot point play. So a beautiful shot to score the first boundary. That would ease a lot of nerves. He'd want to capitalize on that and score more boundaries. So the first over is done and dusted. Daredevils 6 for none. Usman Trumbo brought into the attack. A very famous tactic in modern day cricket, especially T20, bringing that spinner in early. And Usman gets a very awkward bounce when he bowls. He's a tall spinner. Release is quite high. Has a high tendency to pick up early wickets, so that's why he's brought in. Mohit Raghav. A very good delivery to start off with. That looked pretty straight to me. And Mohit Raghav came across the line. And the ball came onto his pad. Didn't pick it up. Very close call there.
Well, this will make for a good replay. Just as I say it. Thanks to our director. That was plumb. Wow. Well, I keep saying that the wicketkeeper is an indicator where the ball is going to end up, and the wicketkeeper was way down leg side. He didn't have to be. That was absolutely plumb.
So a lifeline for Mohit Raghav. Gets a full toss. Not able to bag any more than one there. Usman Trumbo still in shock after that decision.
Yeah, that is an absolute shocker. That was... You didn't need to be Einstein to give that out, but Mohit Raghav rather, lives to fight another day. Usman is a difficult bowler in these conditions. Doesn't give any pace to the ball. These kind of wickets, you want pace on the ball so that you can hit through the line. Bowls that very annoying line and length. That ball keeps moving back in and cramping the batters for room.
Spot on there. I think that's what Middies Medals veteran bowler Khurram Khawaja does as well. He takes the pace off the ball. But this time around, Hari Prasant makes no mistake. He goes aerial and gets all of it.
That is a beautiful shot. Straight down the ground. Like I said, easiest shot in the book. What a shot. Full extension through the line, and that goes over the boundary line for a maximum. This time Usman bowling a little too full. Hari Prasant is too good to let that go.
Yeah, he got the line and length wrong there. Usman Trumbo. Two, three perfect deliveries in this over, and then the fuller half volley to spoil it. He'd want to make a comeback now. Spinning in, so there is movement there. Will they push for two? Yes, they do. So 2 overs done, 15 for no loss. Daredevils. Khalid Ibrahim with his second over. Bowler decent first. You want to continue with that good looking shot. Opening the face of the bat, just guiding the ball down to third man.
Khalid is now starting to warm up. He's running with a lot of purpose now, getting that bending his back more. It'll be interesting to see how Hari plays him. Hari's a very, very solid batter. Like again, he's one of those people who likes to go after the bowling, but you'll see proper cricketing shots. The previous over also, that shot off the back foot was straight out of the coaching manual.
And he'd want more strike. He'd like to go after the bowlers and get a good score in this power play. Didn't get all of that. There is protection in the deep as well, so a missed opportunity there for Hari Prashanth.
Yeah, Khalid's been a little too outside off stump. Needs to be around that fourth off stump line. He's getting the ball to jag away from the right-handers, but that kind of line is not going to help anyone. It's going to help the batters, but he's got that new ball to try and get wickets. He's a wicket-taking bowler, and if he doesn't get wickets, then Valley boys are in trouble.
He's moving the ball nicely. He just needs to fix that line properly. He has slip corners too, and that's the kind of delivery I'm talking about. He has to entice the batsman to go for the shot, and he will find the edge.
Yeah, he will expose Mohit Raghav's weaknesses. Technically not very sound, doesn't like to get to the pitch of the ball, rather plants his front foot right in front. And Khalid Ibrahim is one bowler who will exploit that. If he can continue bowling at that channel, he does have a very good bouncer, and he likes bowling a bouncer as well, like as any fast bowler does, but he likes it more than a lot of others.
Yeah, but it's hard to bowl a bouncer with this kind of field setup. There's no protection in the leg side. Another very good delivery. So we're going away from the right hander. Mohit's struggling, isn't he?
Yeah, he's just throwing his bat at everything. He's not moving his feet, and I think that's what Hari's actually talking to him about. Again, that ball was thrown outside off stump, and then he didn't really move his feet anywhere close to the ball, just down the ground and throwing his bat at it. He's not going to get runs on these kind of wickets with that technique. He needs to get to the ball.
Yeah, and maybe fox the batsman a bit, but this time Khalid Ibrahim, his radar has gone off yet again, bowling another extra. But going back to our earlier point, I think what Mohit has to do is fox the batsman, jimmy down a bit, take 2 steps forward, try to beat the swing. These are stuff that you learned, earlier on when you start your cricketing career. Coaches used to tend to tell their players, the boys, beat the swing, bat far from the crease. I think he needs to stick to the basics.
Now, when I initially started playing, my coaches taught me to shuffle, not just to kill the swing. Again, that was in the air, almost carried to that point fielder, and a fumble. Wow. A fumble enabled them to cross over for a 1, but very close if the fielder had hit.
Yeah, running has been casual from almost all the teams. Mohit Raghav needed to rush there. There was a doubt in the running, but eventually got home safely. So second lifeline for Mohit Raghav. 34 of 12. Hari Prasant clearly the aggressor tonight. One more ball to go in this over. 19 for no loss. Daredevils would have wanted a bit more than 19 at this stage. Just 4 runs off this over. No boundary as of yet. And no boundary it will remain. There is a slight appeal, half-hearted. Khalid says no. So good way to finish the third over. Daredevils 19 for no loss. So new bowler is brought into the attack. It's going to be 2 paces from both ends. Usman Trumbo given a rest after being hit for a 6. And Bilal Ahmed will replace him from the ICCA Academy end. Mohit Raghav has been struggling. 4 of 12. Looked more comfortable playing the pacey than playing Usman Trumbo. So he'd like this change. He'd want to find his groove, get back to the rhythm and be amongst the runs.
Right in the block hole. That's a good start for Bilal. Well, I don't agree with this ploy. I would have bowled Usman Trumbo for another over at least, especially because Mohit was on strike. Yeah, okay, Harry played him comfortably, but Mohit's been struggling and he would try to go for a release shot. You could probably prize out a wicket that way.
I'll have to agree with you there. I would have liked to see Usman as well. The batsmen tend to go after spinners early on. A very unique bowling run up here from Bilal Ahmed. Not something that you see often from all fast bowlers. Very hard to pick as well, I think. Good
Yeah,
shape.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to do a curtsy while he's running. A very polite way to say hello to the batter. Well, yeah, you're right. It is a very unique sort of run up. But he's right on target. He's bowled better than Khalid. Khalid's just looked a little off. I reckon he's not been playing competitive cricket for a while. Beautifully bowled again. It was there in the slot to be hit through the covers, but Harry trying to go a little too hard. Lucky the ball didn't ricochet into the stumps.
And I'm also trying to figure out what kind of, with how many fingers Bilal Ahmed is using to hold the ball. It's not the, I'm pretty sure he's not holding it the orthodox way. He's using 3 fingers. Maybe that's what it just looks like here. Brilliant line, but once again, Mohit Raghav running very casually gets another lifeline. So it's about time he buys a lottery ticket tonight. He's very lucky.
He's just very keen to get off strike again. He played that across the line. He's lucky this isn't a first day wicket. The ball's staying a little low. If this was the first day wicket, it would be right in the air. This time he's played that over that infielder. Hari Prashant looking in a very good mood. The ball not coming on as much as he would have liked. It's a low track today. The ball not really coming onto the bat, not bouncing as much as he would have liked. He's played that beautifully.
Yeah, it wasn't entirely convincing, but nevertheless gets the maximum runs off it. Hari Prashanth, he needs to be the aggressor, and he's taking that role with both arms open. This is the way to go. I think Mohit Raghav has to be off strike, try to rotate the strike and make sure Hari Prashanth is the one facing most deliveries. They're going for two, but not a good throw. That needed a good throw there. Hari Prashanth ends the fourth over. Dubai Daredevils 28 for no wicket. Usman Trumbo reintroduced now. So he wasn't entirely taken off. He's brought in back very quickly. Just changed the sides, bowling from the school end. Oh, that looked very close, but was the impact? Oh, it's actually given. So Mohit Raghav's nightmare comes to an end. 6 runs off 14. Gone in the 15th. He came far across the line. But in the end, he has to go. Mohit Raghav, 6 off 15. Not a night he would remember. Daredevils, 28 for 1. So the Trumbo magic has worked. He's managed to bag that first important wicket for the Valley Boys. And the new man in Charit Nirmal. He'll have a tough time facing Trumbo as well. Straight away, a flighted delivery, giving it more time in the air. And straight away there is a bit of spin.
Charit Nirmal coming one drop today. He's not got off to any starts in this tournament. He knows a very good batter. Want to get off to a decent enough start. Again, this is very strange running by the Daredevils. I don't know what's the hurry. I understand they need to get runs on the board, but this isn't the way to go about it.
Yeah, definitely. They're not at any do-or-die situation. They could afford to take some calculated risks, but not of this sort. The man in form is in strike. Tries to get some space and play it over the top. But Usman Trumbo read him well. Followed the batsman. Yet again, going for that big heave. And he gets all of it. So Hari Prashanth, he is continuing along his merry way. Getting the runs. Oh, went inside out, found the space and connected it well. I reckon he didn't get all of it, but just got enough. And yet it went a very, very long way. So Hari Prashanth definitely packs a punch. 26 off 12 now. The search party is off to find the ball. Here, play can resume. Usman Trumbo One more ball in this over. 7 runs and a wicket off of it. Hari Prasant can afford to relax now. He's got the maximum off of this. Plays another hard shot. Doesn't time it well enough, but enough for 2. 9 runs off the 5th. We've got one more over to go in the power play. Dubai Daredevils 37 for 1. Bilal Ahmed to continue. Straight away, a brilliant flick there from Charit Nilmar. And the ball goes flying over the fences to the road. What a magnificent shot that was.
Well, Charit Nirmal also looks like he's in the mood. That's a beautiful pickup shot. Reminiscent of Asian cricketers. They love to play that flick shot. Very strong off their legs. And he's hit that very comfortably all the way. Good start to the over. 6 runs. This innings now looking very promising. 43 for 1. 5.1 final over of the power play. They've already put up a decent score. Decent power play. If they can add about 8 or 9 more runs, they'll be right on top.
And to start the over with a 6 is a big plus. They can build on that. And the pressure is now mounting on Bilal Ahmed. You can clearly see that. Straight away he's tried to change his line and length, but getting it wrong this time. Had a very good first over. Now, after that 6, shoulders a bit down. Charit Nilmar guiding that in the offside. Just a simple nudge. Valley boys wouldn't mind these singles. But the problem the Valley boys have now is that both these batsmen, they're hitting the ball sweetly.
Yeah, that is going to be a concern, especially Hari Prashant. If he gets going, he more often than not looks for a big one. And if he can get a big one, it'll be a lot of problems for Valley boys. Beautiful ball and beautifully played over the top again. You bowl there to him, he's going to hit you all day. The ball just plugs in the surface. Didn't really middle it as much as he would have liked. Another couple added to the total. 3 runs, in fact. So this is turning out to be a very good over for Daredevils.
Yeah, 11 runs already. 3 more balls to go. 48 for 1. They had a good position. They are scoring at a healthy run rate. Just below 9. A lot of movement. Gets the outside edge and Charit Nilmar unconvincingly trots down to the non-striker's end. (31 off 14). Hari Prasant, he's been the informed person. 2 more balls to go in this over. Will he go after Bilal?
That is a very costly miss there. Me and Yuzran were both at a loss for words. What has he done, Hari Prashant? He's played a nothing shot. And Saqib Amin, one of the safest fielders in this side, has dropped an absolute sitter. He will make them pay.
Yes, that was an unforced cardinal error there. He took it a bit too easy. Good looking shot. Trumbo manages to get a finger on it. Jogging down for the second as well. And how much is Hari Prasant going to make the Valley boys pay? We don't know. At the end of the power play now, Dubai Daredevils 52 for 1. Mudassir Bashir brought into the attack, replacing Usman Trambo. A very tight line and very nicely played. It's very pleasing to see good shots like this. Even though it's not a big shot, even though it doesn't have get a boundary, it still pleases the eyes to play when batsmen play shots like this.
Of course, you runs. Even a tail-ender can hit a boundary, but those difficult ones and twos are a hallmark of a good batter. Only batters can do that. Not everyone can. This time he's poiked that across the line, but straight down the throat of that fielder at mid-wicket. And this time Charit Nirmal gets an opportunity. A let-off. Very poor.
Catches win matches, and tonight that statement doesn't seem to resonate with the Valley boys. Second catch dropped. A pick-up shot there. Not a typical batsman shot, but the fielder making a big fumble out of it, and to add insult to injury, it goes to the boundary.
And that's poor fielding by Valley boys. They've missed a couple of run-outs, and then those two catch drops specifically off Harry. It's going to cost them 57 for 6.3 overs. 8.77 the current run rate.
Charit Nirmal, he'd want to make no mistake once again, but he's still opting to play across the line. Risky. Manages to get a single. But if you're trying to play a risky shot like going across and playing across, at least try to get 2 runs off of it.
Yeah, Charit favors that onside. He's very strong in that zone. But yeah, you've rightly pointed out that if you're going to try and play those cross-batted shots, it's a longer part of the boundary. Might as well try and run hard, get those twos going. That's what's going to make the fielder fumble. But again, that intent not very visible here. Like you mentioned right in the beginning, their running has left a lot to be desired.
Last ball of the 7th. A straight delivery. That is clearly plumb and given. Charit Nirmal has to depart. Daredevils in a lot trouble now. Wonderful delivery. Took perfect shape. And Mudassir Bashir bags the second. Daredevils 59 for 2. Mudassir Vani brought in the new bowler from the ICCA Academy, and good looking delivery, quick single taken. And joining me in the com box, change of voice, my very good friend and fellow countrymate Atik Nizam. Welcome, Atik.
Thank you, Yuzi. It's always good to be sharing the com box with you. A special rapport between us always. Oh, that's a good delivery. In fact, the swung a lot, was down the leg side finally and been given a wide. His Daredevils had a very good start here. Unfortunately, losing Charit Nirmal just at the run of play. He looked really good there, Charit Nirmal. Took some couple of glorious shots. Unfortunately, he got an absolute jaffa there in the previous over. He finally had to depart. Good delivery. Some swing there for Mudassir Vani.
Yeah, Mudassir has been moving the ball really well, troubling Aziz Ansari. He's been moving the ball into the right-hander. Yet again, almost hitting the edge of that bat. So Aziz Ansari clearly struggling against Mudassir.
It's been a very good start by Mudassir so far. He's just given away 2 runs. The Valley boys, they'll want to pick up some early wickets here because they will be aware of the fact that these guys, the Valley boys, the Daredevils, in fact, they had a very good game in the previous one, and for once their batting actually clicked because the struggles for the Daredevils has been with their batting. So they'll know that today, if they can perhaps try and get a couple of quick wickets here, they've already got a couple. So if they can perhaps get this wicket along with Hari Prashant and Aziz Ansari, it will be getting quite tough for them as we go on.
Yeah, Hari Prashant is the danger man. Daredevils need him, but the Valley boys would definitely want to see him back in the dugout. Mudassir Vani has read the game really well. He's not giving the batsman any sort of pace. He's just bowling at a very tight line, moving the ball, and that's the way to go in this kind of pitch. So 8 overs done and dusted. Daredevils 64 for 2. Mudassir Bashir, now both the Mudassirs from both ends. A very good delivery, but just falls short of that fielder.
He's bowling extremely well here, Mudassir Bashir. He's just keeping that ball around that middle and off, and he's swinging it very nicely. Once again, Aziz Ansari gets a thick leading edge. Lucky it didn't go to hand here. They'll need a partnership on now. Hari Prashant going through nicely, 36 of 19. Strike rate of close to 200 there. That's a good shot. They wanted a couple of runs. Well, that was disappointing. They could have got an easy 2 there.
No, but I'm thinking that's the right thing to do, I think. You have to give Hari Prashant strike. Keep him on strike as much as possible. So the message is clear, Aziz Ansari. He doesn't want to be on strike. He just wants to rotate it as much as possible. And I think that's the way to go. Give this man more time in the middle. Let him take on the bowlers. He's the man in form. So let him go after them. Let him be the aggressor. But with this kind of tight bowling lines, it's hard to be an aggressive batsman. Nevertheless, he keeps strike. That's the important thing.
Well, yeah, that's a very valid point you made. Hari Prashant He's been the one who's been middling the ball quite well. And usually we've seen it more often than not that when a batter does not get the strike, he can lose his momentum. So Hari Prashant, it's very important that he gets a lot of strike here. Down the leg side. Oh, that's very disappointing. It's gonna be 4 extras, 4 wides there. A very good over from Mudassir Bashir has been spoilt by that wide.
Yeah, unforced errors there. Mudassir Bashir just trying a little too hard, but keeper should have done a little bit better as well. These kind of situations, you need all of your team members to stand up, especially the fielders. I'd fancy if the Valley Boys show more enthusiasm. They've already dropped 2 catches, missed a few opportunities to run out the batsman, but nevertheless, they shouldn't drop their shoulders just yet. Very good delivery. Straightened up. Just nudged in the offside for another single. Mudassir Bashir. He's been bowling some pretty decent deliveries. Not the quickest man, but very consistent.
Yeah, he's been very accurate. Apart from that wide, a quick single. That's disappointing. That's completely sloppy to say the least by the Valley Boys. An unnecessary run these. So you've got 7 runs coming off this over, which are completely unnecessary. With that 4 wides that he gave in that couple of balls ago. So last ball of the 9th coming up. Daredevils 75 for 2, going at a run rate of 8.5. They'll need a lot more. They've got the start now. They've got the platform. Now they've got to keep pushing on. Once again, good delivery, but neatly played. Quick single been taken. So 12 runs coming off that over. So good over here for the Daredevils. 9 overs done. Daredevils 76 for 2.
Mudassir Vani, a full toss, but lets it bounce. Aziz Ansari would be kicking himself for missing out on that opportunity. The ball was meant to be hit, Atik. This time around, Hari Prasant trying to look for that boundary, but just manages to get 2. And going back to your point, Atik, I think that there's nothing wrong with the way Mudassir Vani is bowling. He's taking the pace off the ball, and that's the way to go in this pitch.
Well, so 10 overs. In fact, has he been given out? What has happened there? Yes, that actually dribbled onto the stumps. Yes, he got a thick inside edge onto the pad and then dribbled onto the stumps. So big, big wicket here. Aziz Ansari, he departs for 7. And the Valley Boys pick up a crucial wicket at a crucial time. 3 wickets down, 80 on the board.
The new man in, Sumit Singh Gosain. He'll have to just survive this one delivery in this over. But with the way Mudassir Wani has been bowling throughout this over, it's going to be a tough challenge. But Daredevils 3 wickets down, 80 runs on the board. We're almost at the halfway stage. A lot of movement there coming into the right-hander. So a great end to a great over. Dubai Daredevils at the halfway stage, 80 for the loss of 3 wickets. Mudassir Bashir will continue, and why not? He's been mounting the pressure onto the batsman. Slowly the run rate has dropped down as well, trying to find some space there. Hari Prashant, he's clearly slowed down as well. He was scoring at a very, very healthy strike rate, but right now he's just finding it difficult to find the boundaries as his partners keep departing from the other end.
Well, this man on your screen, Sumit Gosain, the man of the match of the previous game, well, he'll need to put his hand up once again. Oh, he's been bowled! What a delivery from Mudassir Bashir! That was an absolute jaffa. We were just talking about Sumit Gosain being a crucial wicket. The man of the match of the previous game. Here dismissed with an absolute jaffa. What a delivery!
Yeah, that actually just went through him. He's shell-shocked, bamboozled, and straight away he has to depart without troubling the scorers too much. Sumit Gosain has to go, and Daredevils now in a lot of trouble.
Shakir Haidru, the new batter, in at number 6 for the Daredevils. Well, in a spot of bother here. Mudassir Bashir with an absolute stunner to dismiss the previous. Oh, look at that. What was he appealing there? That was a thick outside edge. Yes, that was definitely bat. He got a big outside edge.
I'd like to see a replay of that. I think it hit his leg before it touched the bat. It's quite close.
Well, we'd like to have a replay here.
But I'll take your word for it. If you said it hit the outside edge, let's take a closer look. Oh, that was definitely the bat. Yeah, you're right. Spot on.
Well, it's quite clear, you see, between us who has the better eyesight. Oh, what a delivery, man. Mudassir Bashir is making this ball talk.
Yeah,
Suddenly, out of nowhere, he looks like he's unplayable, you see now.
yeah, he's making life difficult for the batsman. The batsman really, they're finding it difficult to play him. And at this stage, I think they just have to kill the swing. Jimmy down the track, try to shuffle in the pitch. Don't let Mudassir Bashir settle. That has to be the plan. And I think Hari Prashanth has to be the one keeping his other batsmen informed of how to face these top bowlers. But a good looking shot there to get off strike. One more delivery to go in this over. It's been a brilliant first spell from Mudassir Bashir. He has one more over to go after this. He'd definitely like a few more wickets as well.
Well, I'd like to see the captain bowl him out because he's got that momentum into his bowling now. But that earlier delivery was a little too full. He's got to perhaps peg that line a bit more. He tried to hit that good length. And if he swings it just like the one he did for Sumit Gosen, he'll be in action. Once again, a little too full. But a very, very good over comes to an end. Just 4 runs off it, and he picked up the big wicket of the man of the match of the previous game, Sumit Gosen. 11 overs done, Daredevils 84 for 4. Well, I just can't stress the importance of a partnership here for the Daredevils. It's very, very crucial because they do not have much batters to come. Hari Prashanth and Shakir Haidru, they've got to somehow find a way to get some runs going. They've got plenty of time here, you see. Still 9 overs to go after this. Hari Prashanth, he's got to make sure to somehow play the 20 overs. If he's there, they can get to a respectable score because they're going at a good rate here, 7.6 off the back foot. So that's the right thing to do. Try and keep getting singles. Do not play dot balls. Get as many singles as possible, and those bad deliveries will come where they can capitalize.
Yeah, the secret is to keep the scoreboard ticking and put away the loose deliveries. And just as you said, Hari Prashanth should be the one to take the Daredevils to a good looking total. Coming down the track there, playing a lofted shot. Flicked away on the onside for a single. So Shakir Haidru, he's trying to take on Mudassir Wani, but to no avail. Wani has been quite consistent as well. 2.3 overs bowled, just giving away 12 runs and bagging a wicket as well. Hari Prashanth, one shot away from reaching a good milestone. The ball is there to be hit, but keeps very low.
Once again, a very, very good delivery. Mudassir Wani and Mudassir Bashir, the two Mudassirs, have been spot on here for the Valley Boys. They've made life extremely hard here for the Daredevils. Completely put the brakes on the scoring. Hari Prashanth now struggling to get that same momentum that he was having. That was definitely going down like that. Partnership extremely vital here. 86 on the board. So, well, let's make a quick mention of our sponsors. The tournament organizer being the ICCA Academy, streaming partner Fan Code, support sponsor 7 Districts, and the podcast partner Crick Express. Thank you very
Another very flighted delivery from Mudassir Wani, giving the ball a lot of space in the air, a lot of time rather in the air. And Hari Prasant, he's feeling like he missed out on that, and yes, he did. At the end of 12 overs, we've got 8 more to go. Dubai Daredevils 87 for 4. Mudassir Bashir is going to be bowled out. Final over. A brilliant delivery. What a good one there. Just shipped out of Shakir Hydru, who was completely shocked from that.
Well, Mudassir Bashir, what a spell he's bowling here. He's brought the Valley boys right back into the game. Can he get another 1 or 2 more wickets? Oh! Where was that slip, you see? Where was that slip? When you've got your bowler who is just making the ball talk and the batters are struggling to put bat to ball, not having a slip is a cardinal sin there, you see.
Yeah, definitely, especially given the fact that the batsmen are struggling. An attacking field would have been crucial, and now they're putting that slip in. The other Mudassir, oh, he's not going to the slip cordon. In fact, he's placed in a short third man sort of position. I'd fancy they bring him a little bit up to that slip cordon. Mudassir Bashir. Once again, a good line. Shakir Hydru trying to beat the swing. Jimmy down the track, but doesn't get anything out of that. Shakir Hydru, he'll have to bring out that Hydru power to score some quick runs.
Oh, good delivery once again. Missed out on an opportunity there, Hari Prashant. Yes, you're right. He's completely lost that momentum here, Hari Prashant. Was going through very nicely. Suddenly, when a couple of wickets fell, I think it's just completely broken his momentum here. He's just got to play his natural game, I believe. Oh, down the leg side. That's going to be called a wide, but that's not will that go all the way to the boundary? Mudassir Wani gives it a chase, just pulls it inside at the very last second, and they pick up 3 runs. So that's total. Oh, it's been given a leg by, in fact. I thought that was a wide. So there you see, in fact, Hari Prashant not happy with that decision because he was also expecting a wide. Well, umpire's decision is final, my friend. So 3 leg byes to the total. But I'd say unlucky there because they missed out on a couple of runs.
Yeah, definitely. Mudassir Bashir, his final ball in his spell, he definitely won a wicket.
Well, I think they're just checking on the boundary there of the previous ball just to make sure. Mudassir Wani gave it chase, put his foot there at the very last second, but they just want to make sure, as the protocol is. .95 for 4. 1 more ball to go to end Mudassir Bashir's spell, but what a spell it has been, you see. It's been a fantastic one. This over has gone for 8 runs, unfortunately. But lucky, could have been worse if that was given a wide. There you go. Mudassir Wani, he gave it all, didn't he? Tried his level best, but just look at that. Did he get any part of that foot on the line? It's very difficult for us to say from here. There's a cameraman right in front of him. Well, I think our tournament director would like to have a chat with that cameraman there as well, Mr. Mohsin Javed. That's a touch and go. Very difficult for us to say from this angle, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's not given a boundary. So good stuff from the other Mudassir, who saved a run. So the final ball of Mudassir Bashir's 4 overs. He'll definitely eye for a wicket and end on a high note. A big heave. There is a field underneath it. And takes it. So Khalid Ibrahim, the catcher. Valley boys, don't make a mistake this time. They'll be very happy with that.
Well, this is a very, very big wicket. Shakir Haidru trying to up the ante after things have slightly slowed down. He wanted to clear the boundary, almost succeeding it, but unfortunately just gets not enough distance. Shakir Haidru departs. 10 runs for him of 9 balls. Now the Daredevils are in a spot of bother. Half of the side back in the dugout. 95 runs on the board. 13 overs done and dusted. Well, so 7 overs to play. Mudassir Wani to bowl out here, and he's going to be bowling to Hari Prashant, who's been extremely quiet in the last few overs. He's been stuck in the 40s for the last good part of 6 to 7 overs now. And the new batter is Shahnawaz Khan, who's in the non-strikers end. Oh, what a shot. That's beautifully played. Straight as an arrow, and that has gone all the way. And a nice way to welcome my mate here in the com box, Farooq Kazmi. What a shot, Farooq.
Thank you, Atik. Yes, that's a beautiful shot. Very strong down the wicket. And that's a hallmark of a very good batsman. He's played some scintillating shots. He's got to his 50 with that maximum. Beautiful batting of just 33 deliveries. Well bowled by Mudassir. He's bowled a very tidy spell today, barring that maximum.
Well, hope that 6 breaks the shackles here for the for Hari Prashant. He's taken a long time to get out of the blocks since this fall of those wickets. But now these two have got to get a partnership. That 6 has also helped get the 100 up for the Daredevils. So 2 milestones coming up of 1 delivery there for the Daredevils. 102 for 5. Decent run rate here, Farooq. Problem is the wickets column, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was talking to the match referee about just before this over. The run rate's okay. They've got the runs on the board, but it's just they've lost important wickets at regular intervals, and that's what's sort of hampered them. Lucky that Harry's still in and he's looking well set. If Harry stays the 20 overs, they can post close to 180, and he's bowled him with that in dipper. That is very, very well bowled. Mudassir's bowled a top spell here. Shahnawaz Khan is no mug with the bat, but that's a very timely wicket again.
Well, once again, like I've told you, it's been the Mudassir show tonight. Mudassir Bashir and Mudassir Wani tonight, causing all sorts of troubles for the Daredevils. That was a top-class delivery. unplayable and not easy, especially if you've just walked out to bat. Shahnawaz Khan has to depart for a duck. Daredevils, they're losing wickets in clusters now. 102 for 6. Alright, so Usman Trambu has been brought into the attack. 1 for 18 of his spell of 2 overs so far. And the new batter is Azharuddin Qureshi. He's also been in decent form. Perhaps the last recognized batting pair here for the Daredevils, and they'll desperately need a partnership on here today. Right now, they've got 6 overs to go. They've got to try and go at that 6 to 7 runs and over. Farooq, try and get to that 170 mark.
Yeah, they do need to run hard. They need to give Harry as much of the strike as they can. This is one of the reasons why Harry is sort of slowed down, had a very brisk start, but obviously losing wickets, batters tend to try not to take too many chances. He's the only one who's really played with absolute authority on this wicket. So him staying there will be priceless for Daredevils.
What a delivery. What a start, Usman Trambu. This is what he can offer to you. He'll not give you those easy deliveries. Bowls a lot of wrong ones to the left-hander, Usman Trambu. Oh, that's close, but I think that was hitting outside leg. In fact, the pitched outside leg as well. Azharuddin Qureshi, he had a good outing the other day. Look at that replay once again. Yeah, that was way down the leg.
Yeah, that would have gone on to hit the stumps, but it was pitching outside leg. Usman Trambu was very impressed with the way he batted in that game. He opened the innings and played a lot of shots that the regular top order batters couldn't play. Showed that he's got the technique. It's just about him being a lot more fitter. Once he starts working on himself, he'll be a top batter. I reckon he'd be a better batter than he is a bowler. Very impressive.
Well, he certainly is. Very, very good prospect here. Usman Trambu is a proper team man. One of the think tanks in the Valley Boys lineup, along with Mohsin Matu and Saqib Amin and Khalid Ibrahim. If he can try and get a breakthrough here, especially that of Hari, well, asking the question, but I think that perhaps spun a bit too much. So very good over from Usman Trambu comes to an end. Just 3 runs off his over. 15 overs done, 105 for 6. Well, so 53 of 37 here, Hari Prashant. He's got to be the man here tonight for the Daredevils if they're to get to a good score. Oh, nicely played there. That's a beautiful shot. There you go. One out of the hat. Beautiful wrists, beautiful head position, and made sure that he got the gap to precision there.
I love facing Khalid now. The ball slightly older. Khalid's pacey. The ball will come onto the bat nicely. Doesn't like facing bowlers like Usman that don't really bowl quick. You know, the ball doesn't really come onto the bat. He's a proper batter. Likes to time the ball, and that shot very evident of his class.
That's a better comeback from Khalid Ibrahim. But what I feel here is, Farooq, is that the slow bowlers have actually troubled the batters. And I'm not sure if this is the right call to bring Khalid Ibrahim at this stage. Maybe perhaps bring in someone like Mohsin Matu, who can roll in a few overs, give those slow loopy deliveries, make things tougher.
Yeah, you've made a very good point, Atiq. Yes, the slower bowlers are difficult on this particular wicket because there's a lot of wear and tear that's come in, and now this wicket doesn't really holes in the pitch, the ball, and the reason I think they've asked Khalid to bowl, that's beautifully pulled away over the square leg fielder. Couple of bounces over the rope. What a shot.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're witnessing something extremely special from an extremely special player. Hari Prashant, what a shot. This is the second boundary of the over, and Khalid Ibrahim has been put under the pump. He moves on to 61 now. Well, this is beginning to look very, very ominous for the Valley boys if they do not break his wicket, take his wicket as early as possible. Still, they've got the Daredevils on a managing level here. Just 113 yet. But if they can take Hari Prashant's wicket, that means the difference. Oh, that's a good bouncer. Got hit on the grill there. I'm sure we'll have the concussion protocol as usual, but I think it's showing his arm. He got hit on the arm, but I'm sure there was some part of it that got hit on the helmet as well. Now, the umpires will ask him a few questions. What is your name? How old are you? Where are you from? Just to make sure. It's called HIA. I've been told by my partner here in the combox, Mr. Yusran Lanthra. And the head injury assessment, it's called, yeah.
Well, coming back to the point that I was making, the reason they've asked Khalid to bowl at this juncture is because it's been difficult for him to bowl 2 consecutive overs right in the beginning as well. So they want to give him enough rest so that he can bowl one here and then bowl one right at the death. It's worked in Daredevils' favour. Hari Prashant's looking like $1 million today. 62 of just 41 deliveries, looking rock solid.
Well, I think everything's under control, and the umpire is happy that Hari Prashant is all good to go. So 9 runs coming off this over so far, thanks to a couple of brilliant shots from Hari Prashant. 62 of 41. But Azharuddin Qureshi on strike now. Well, his role is very simple. Just hand the strike back to Hari Prashant, and that's exactly what he does.
There's good cricket now. They're looking to get as many runs as they can here now before they start going hell for leather. Azharuddin, again, no mug with the bat. He can bat. He showed us that to us. Just want to keep feeding the strike to the senior batter here.
Last ball coming up of the 16th over here. Gives room, gets a thick outside edge. Couple of bouncers, a valiant effort by the fielder, not able to cut it off. Well, for a second I thought that the fielder in the deep had a chance, but it was way wide of him. So an expensive over here by Khalid Ibrahim. 3 boundaries coming off that, and all thanks to that man Hari Prashant, who is playing a brilliant knock here. 119 for 6. Well, so Usman Trambo into bowl the 17th over now. 119 for 6. He's got one more over, so he's going to be bowl out after this. So it remains to be seen who the other 3 overs are going to be bowled by. Oh, that's a big shot. A very, very good shot by Azharuddin Qureshi. Gets the middle of the bat and he's deposited that into the grass banks beyond that mid-wicket boundary. Beautiful shot from Azharuddin Qureshi. What a shot. Brilliant hitting. Now Usman Trambo being put under pressure straight away. The 6 of the very first ball usually puts a bowler under tremendous pressure. Well, so awaiting the ball here. 125 for 6. Well, so the ball's been lost and now they've got a new ball from our match referee, Mr. Razak Ali. So new cherry in the hand. In fact, it's a semi-used delivered, semi-used ball, of course. But what a shot from Azharuddin Qureshi. Brilliant stroke start up. 125 on the board now. 16.1 overs.
Yeah, that's a good start to the over. Maximum to begin with, and he slog swept that one. Is that going over the boundary line again? Consecutive boundaries. This is the impetus that they needed, Daredevils. This is what Hari Prashant also needed. Just a little bit of relief. That batting partner, when you get a player that can get those important boundaries, eases the pressure off your shoulders.
Well, it certainly has. These last 2 overs has been very profitable here for the Daredevils. Suddenly the run rate, the current rate touching close to 8 runs an over. They've managed to pick it up now. They need a lot more of it. Azhar has to keep playing his natural game. Hit straight down. Just 1 run there.
Good cricket. Very good cricket by Daredevils. 2 boundaries and then a single. Already 11 runs in this over. Was turning out to be a decent enough spell. Looking to go for a lot more than we had expected. Usman under the pump in this final over of the spell.
Once again, just keeping it tight there, Usman. So this over has gone for 11 runs. Can he find a breakthrough here? If there's anybody who can do that, it's Usman Trambo. Oh, that's a very good shot again. Has he found the gap? Oh, well, Khalid Ibrahim almost making a big soup out of that.
And they should have tried to run for 2 again. The running has left a lot to be desired. They haven't really ran with purpose here. Either crazy running or just sort of walking to the other end. Again, he's spanked that slog, swept that out of the ground. Azhar Qureshi is on the move, and what a shot that is to end the over. Another maximum. A huge over in the context of the game.
Well, this has been a fantastic rearguard action here by Azharuddin Qureshi. What a hit. 17 overs done. Last over Usman Trambo going for 18 runs. Good over there. 17 overs done and dusted. 137 for 6. Alright, so Bilal Ahmed has been brought into the attack to bowl the 18th over. We're in the last 3 overs. We're in the back end of this innings. The Daredevils now, they've got some impetus going on. They just need to make sure that they keep pushing through here. Get a big score on the board. Going through nicely here now. Daredevils, suddenly they've managed to find their momentum after the victory in the previous game. Once again, we felt like it may be a down and out game here tonight. But they've come back really strong. But this time, dear oh dear. Well, how often have we said and spoken about the commentator's curse? Just as we were praising, Hari Prashant with a very loose shot squirted that to the point fielder. Mudassar Wadi, there you see, caught napping. But suddenly he managed to adjust himself and took it cleanly. But not before a very, very good knock from Hari Prashant. Well, take a bow, young man. 67 of 45. 5 boundaries and 3 sixes with a brilliant strike rate of 150, close to 150. Has helped put the Daredevils into a very good position here. 7 wickets down now, 137 on the board. Partnership broken. Well, good delivery there by Bilal. Well, now the new batter in is Shad Hamza. But do you think that it's right here, Farooq, to perhaps just give the strike back to Azharuddin Qureshi, or is he also planning to, do you think it's a good plan to go from both ends?
Now, it's not going to be easy trying to go for those big hits straight away. This time outside edge and a brilliant effort by the fielder. Couldn't help, but the ball trickled away, but full marks on effort there. Coming back to your point, I think it's not very easy on these wickets to walk in and start smacking the ball from ball 1. Azhar Qureshi has shown that to us. Let's have a look at that replay.
Yeah, well, look at that effort. Full marks there. Absolute great efforts. But look at that shot. Beautiful batting this is. Well, Mr. Farooq Kazmi, you just said that shots are very difficult to hit straight away as you come into bat. But Shad Hamza has made it look very easy from the moment he's come out to bat.
I wonder why he was held back. If you can play a proper shot, a cover drive that way, high elbow, shows you can bat.
Well, he's definitely no mug with the bat. Oh, that's a no ball being given. Bilal Ahmed feeling the heat here. Bowled quite well. But this time slightly faltering. This is going to be disastrous. Lucky for him, he's bowling to the new batter, and if he can perhaps try and hit those block holes, keep it tight inside, then would be. But it's going to be interesting to see how Bilal Ahmed, how he reacts to this, because Shad Hamza, he's played a couple of good strokes. Well, I'm sure he might, perhaps, I just think that maybe he might try to bring something unorthodox here for this ball. But no, he goes orthodox, straight as a whistle, and he did very cleanly, and that's gone all the way. I think that's gone all the way. The umpire's checking, and yes, that's the confirmation. A brilliant shot. Oh, this is some fantastic hitting by these lower order batters here at the Daredevils. What a stroke.
This is brilliant show by these boys. First Azhar Qureshi and then Shad Hamza. Straight away taking full toll of that free hit, and that brings the 150 up. That's a good comeback by Bilal. Trying to get that ball in the block hole. Another expensive over. He's been expensive today.
Well, expensive over indeed. 14 runs coming off that over. 151 for 7, 2 overs to go. Well, so it's going to be the big unit, Khalid Ibrahim, who's going to bowl out. He's going to bowl the penultimate over of the innings, the 19th, which often they say is a very, very crucial over. Khalid Ibrahim has got to be spot on here. The Daredevils, they've done extremely well, get to 151 now. The 2 overs. Remains to be seen how much more can they do. Shad Hamza has looked outstanding from the moment he's walked out to bat. Crucial over. Oh, beating that outside edge. A good delivery from Khalid Ibrahim to start.
Yeah, it's a serious delivery. He's bowling the 19th over and still getting that ball to move away. Tells you how he's got that perfect seam position. A very handy cricketer to have in your ranks. Khalid bats really well as well. Hits those towering sixers. He'll fancy his chances here with the bat today as well. Meanwhile, Daredevils look on course to get to 170. These both look very, very solid.
Oh, this time, nicely flicked off the pads. Running away to that square leg boundary. They're calling for 3 here. You can hear the dugout of the Daredevils all shouting at the top of their lungs to run for 3, and they get it. And well, to rub salt to the wounds, it's another no ball. What is happening out there? This is just disastrous here for the Daredevils.
Well, they're sort of losing the plot here right at the end of the innings. The middle phase of the game were dominating Daredevils, but here towards the end, courtesy some very good batting by first Azhar Qureshi and then Shad Hamza. As soon as he's walked out, he's looked very solid. This has put Valley Boys under a lot of pressure. Free hit coming up.
Well, this is a crucial delivery. Khalid Ibrahim, he's got to try and hit the block hole. Or perhaps a wide Yorker. Azharuddin Qureshi, he's been in tremendous form as well. 19 of 9. Here we go. Oh, that's a length delivery over the fielder. Well, you've got your mid-off up in the circle. That is not the length you can bowl there, Khalid Ibrahim. Azharuddin Qureshi, he'll not mind that. He gets it and he welcomes that delivery with his beautiful shot over the fielder's head for a 4.
Well, that's poor bowling. I don't know what he was thinking. He's got that mid-off up in the ring. Had to be short of length. I can see it's a very important boundary. 159 for 7 here. Daredevils are running away with the game.
Well, this has been a brilliant performance from the Daredevils. They've come back really strong. Oh, that's, I hope. Is there going to be checked? Is there going to be given another no ball? Yes, it's been given another no ball. Khalid Ibrahim asking the umpire, well, how is that possible? Well, my friend, there's nothing much we could do about that. It is the umpire's call, so they look at that again. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. That's definitely a no ball. That was around close, just below shoulder height. So, this has been a disaster for Khalid Ibrahim.
Khalid is taking his frustration out on the umpires. No one else to blame but himself. He's bowled a poor over. And again bowls that short. That is a good comeback ball. Look at that. All fired up and very frustrated with himself. Still having a chat. Still having a go at Azharuddin. Things are heating up here. Interesting scenes.
Well, yeah. There you see Azharuddin Qureshi, not somebody who will back out of a challenge. Khalid Ibrahim. Well, with the way he's built, Farooq, if I was Azharuddin Qureshi, I would never pick up a fight with him.
He's a gentle giant, Khalid. Again, goes for that ugly hoik, Azhar. He's been looking good when he's tried to go down the ground or through that cover region. This time he's tried to go across the line. A shot more in anger than anything else. Just needs to calm himself down. He's batting beautifully. He's got the better of Khalid. Doesn't need to throw it away now. There's still one more over to go after this. They can get to 175. Already gotten to 160.
Well, the last couple of deliveries have been very good from Khalid Ibrahim. Yes, he's gone for a few runs here. 8 runs coming up this over so far. Oh, once again, a very good delivery. Oh, there's a collision. An opportunity, a direct hit required. And Khalid Ibrahim hits the timber. Excellent stuff. Well, we saw a lot of pressure being built with both the batter and bowler going at each other. Finally, that situation brought the best out of Khalid Ibrahim. And Azharuddin Qureshi not able to hold on to his nerves.
Well, that was a pressure cooker situation, but again, the onus is on Azharuddin. He was batting beautifully, but he let that stare and that talk from Khalid Ibrahim get to him. Lost his shape trying to play that shot. He played a very good knock of 23. Could have gotten about 10-15 more. 160 for 8, Daredevils.
Well, so Khalid Ibrahim getting the wicket of Azharuddin Qureshi after all the drama there. He'd like to think that he's had the last laugh. But last ball of his pair coming up here. Oh, very good delivery to finish it. There's an opportunity for another run out. He's gone. Well. The 2 set batters out there have been dismissed by a run out. This is disaster for the Daredevils. In fact, I beg your pardon, Shad is still out there. The run out was the new batter who just walked out to bat. So, yes, he was not even in the picture. Unfortunate, not even facing a delivery. And Abhinav Vishnu has to depart. He's gone for a duck. 160 for 9. One more to play. So last over to play, Shad Hamza, 16 of 9. He's going to be the crucial one who's got to take the attack on. The last batter has walked in, Shakir Afridi. Just 3 letters different from the legend, Shahid Afridi. So here goes Bilal Ahmed to bowl. Good delivery, Yorker length. He's got to keep bowling at that length here.
Yeah, again, he's trying to go too hard. Extra cover. He could have gone through extra cover. I keep talking about extra cover because that's one of my favorite shots. But low full toss outside off stump. Could have got a boundary off that first delivery, but dot ball, crucial dot ball.
Oh, beauty. Very good delivery, but good work by the wicket. Another opportunity for a run out, but the bowler, Bilal Ahmed, says better to hold it, but well, I don't know why he didn't go for that. Well, once again, trying to go for that. This is a very, very good over. There you see Mohit Raghav, the skipper, basically shouting from the tops of his lungs, asking to get Shad Hamza back on strike.
Yeah, I fail to understand why they took that bye. Shad Hamza is an actual batter and he's already played about 11 balls. Poor stuff this by Daredevils again. So there's 2 pointless dot balls. Bye signaled. But can't take anything away from Bilal Ahmed. He's bowled a very, very tight for last over.
Well, this is an excellent last over from Bilal Ahmed. 2 leg byes. Well, the question now here is, can he finish it strong here? 2 more deliveries to go. Bowling to Shad Hamza. Oh, he's skied it. There's an opportunity for a catch. Fielder comes under it. Oh, and he's made a big miss of that. Mudassar Wani. He's dropped a sitter. And while the ball was in the air, they managed to pick up a couple of runs. So good awareness by the batters as well.
Again, they've dropped another catch in the outfield. Had they taken their chances, they wouldn't be staring at this total. They've dropped Hari Prashant as well. Final ball, inside edge. Trickles away towards mid-wicket. It's just going to be one Mohsin Matu cleaning up. Another run out. So 3 run outs in this innings. I think not a very impressive end to the innings.
Well, yeah, the Valley Boys slightly picking it up a bit towards the latter end. And it's been a very, very good recovery by the Valley Boys. It's been a good comeback by them. But Daredevils very disappointed perhaps with that finish. But what matters is they've got some runs on the board here now. They've managed to post 165. So the bowlers have something to bowl at perhaps and make a game out of this. Achieved a run rate of 8.3. So they've got their work cut out here, the Valley Boys. They've got to find a way to perhaps try and get these runs on the board. So this was the story so far as the Daredevils was concerned. Mohit Raghav being dismissed cheaply. Thanks to Hari Prashant, the wicket keeper. Very, very good knock. 67 of 45 with 5 boundaries and 3 sixes. Along with some notable contributions there. Charit Nirmal just began to get a move on. And so did Azharuddin Qureshi and Shad Hamza towards the end. Besides them, nobody else getting truly a move on.
And that's the bowling card. Khalid Ibrahim. Bit expensive today, so is Usman Trumbu. Bilal Ahmed picked up a wicket, but Mudassar Bashir and Mudassar Wani, both of these bowlers, they've brought the team back. Had they taken their chances, we would be looking at a different total. I reckon not more than 130, 140. 17 extras in the piece today. 165 end of 20 overs. We'll be back in just a minute for the reply. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So the Daredevils are in a huddle. Samir Hossain couldn't get some runs today. He was very crucial with a bat in the previous innings. Not a lot to talk about apart from Hari Prashant up top, and then Azhar Qureshi and Shad Hamza, the main contributors. And 17 extras, 165, 166 to get. The last two bowlers that were introduced were brilliant. Mudassar Bashir, Mudassar Wani. Just 4.75 the economy from Mudassar Wani. Bowled really well today. Took full advantage of this wicket. Looked very impressive.
Yeah, exactly. Both the Mudassirs completely halted that firing start the Daredevils got. And they shared 5 wickets among them. The pick of the bowlers. You can pick either one of them. One bagged 3 wickets, the other bagged 2. One has a better economy rate than the other, so both of them clearly changed the dynamics of this game. Nevertheless, Valley Boys, they'll have a lot to do. A very capable team. They have the capability to chase 166. And straight away the skipper opening the batting and now opening the bowling as well. A lot on his shoulders.
Yeah, he bowls well with a new ball. Going to be looking for those early breakthroughs, gets the ball to move around. But if they want to get on top of things here, they'll need to prize out this man on your screen right now. Mohsin Mattu, very prolific, very solid, rock solid in fact. He's got buckets of runs in the domestic circuit, and Valley Boys look to him to get them off to some sort of a start. If Mohsin Mattu plays out 10-12 overs, this game is going to be done and dusted.
Yeah, exactly. Mohsin Mattu even last year had a really good Arabian Cricket League. He'd want to replicate that this year as well. Skipper Mohit Raghav had a torrid time today with the bat, so he'll definitely want to compensate with the ball. He can move it, especially bring it into the right-hander. We're all set and just minutes away. Mattu on strike. Here we go. Good looking shot. Helped its way on the onside for a single. We saw a really lackluster performance from the Valley Boys out on the field. So it's definitely going to be tough for the Daredevils as well. Especially given the fact that the dew will now kick in.
Yeah, it would be. Yes. You're spot on there. They had an iffy sort of day out in the field. But I think the dew is going to help them. The wicket's going to get easier to bat on. The ball will not stick to the wicket. They won't have that ball will come nicely onto the bat. So this total should be chased down, but a lot depends on Mohsin Mattu.
Wayward delivery, called wide. And unless you actually watch the first innings, you'd think we'd be crazy to call their lackluster performance in the field when you see 3 runouts. But I'll tell you, that's not the story. The Valley Boys dropped more than a few catches. 5 in fact. Runouts, all 3 were in the final over. And they definitely had more chances to bag a few wickets with the runs, as Mohit pulled a cracking delivery coming into the right hander now.
Well, just how you pointed it out, Yusran, he gets that ball to Deccan sharply after pitching. Cut the batter in half. Usman Masood. So he's opening the innings today with Mohsin Mattu. No Mahfouz Ilahi. So he'll want to have a good outing. cement his place in the side. This is beautifully played over cover point. The ball's running away. Fielder Charit Nirmal gets there in time and they cross over for 3. It's a good start here.
Yeah, that's good running. Usman would have wanted to collect that better. Usman Masood, he was there to be hit. He had the opportunity to spread his arms, but just hitting the toe end of the bat. Mohit Raghav. 3 more balls to go in this over. Oh, and a swing and a miss from Mohsen Mattu. He's trying to go after the bowler right from the get-go, but he'll have to be a little more patient than that. Settle in, get better on ball first.
Yeah, he does shuffle, doesn't he? And this time around, he got a little too close to the ball. Yeah, he does. He is trying to go hard and he plays that cut shot really well. Beautifully played down the ground. The fielder there stopped that from trickling away. Mohsen Mattu favors the onside, plays the flick shot and the pull shot really well. Prefers playing the cut. Doesn't drive the ball so often, but when you watch him driving the ball, it's danger signs for the bowling side.
There was once again, it was there to be hit, but the poor fielding throughout the game continues. So not a great start in the field for the Daredevils. And I think right from the first over, what we can know for sure is that bowling without pace is the trick tonight. The end of the first over, Valley Boys, 7 for no wicket. Shakir Afridi is responsible with bowling from the school end. All we talk about is mainly partnerships, especially with the bat, but it's often neglected the partnership with the ball, Farooq. Can you take us through how important that is as well?
Well, that is one of the main reasons the two Ws dominated world cricket and the West Indian bowlers dominated world cricket is because they hunt in packs. Bowlers always hunt in packs. So if you've got one bowler who bowls a miserly spell from one end and the other one, this one swung in sharply, Shakir Afridi looks a good bowler, and if the other one starts leaking runs and defeats the purpose, you don't pick up wickets and that miserly spell goes to waste.
Yeah, and the golden era of the Windies is a testament to that. They had some really good bowlers back in the day. We're quite unfortunate to miss not being born at that time, being ardent cricket fans. And in the recent past, you had the likes of Chaminda Vas, Fernando, Vas, Malinga. Brilliant pairs. I'm talking only about Sri Lanka, but Pakistan has some of the best pacers in the world, Farooq. You'd know that better than me.
Had being the key word. We still do have a couple of beautifully bowled, getting that ball to shape in. We still have a few decent pacers. Haris Rauf, Shaheen Shah, Naseem Shah.
You've got the number one bowler, I think, Shaheen Afridi.
But he's not looked the same ever since he's come back from injury. Yes, before the injury he was a force to be reckoned with, but it's just been a little off color. It's just been a little he's not been very consistent with his lengths. Not so much with his lines, but his lengths have left a lot to be desired.
Low full toss, flicked away on the onside. There'll be another couple of runs. And while we're on the subject of fast bowlers, one bowler that has impressed me and I think the rest of the world is the young Dilshan Madhusanka of Sri Lanka. Despite Sri Lanka being in a sort of shamble in modern day cricket, Dilshan has, especially in this World Cup, he has managed to stand out, picking up those early wickets.
Now, even before this World Cup, he's a very impressive bowler. I mean, I think even in the Asia Cup, he's bowled really well. And even before that, when Pakistan played against Sri Lanka, he was one pacer that actually impressed me personally a lot because he gets that ball to swing in late. People can get that new ball swinging, but getting that swing late is the key. That's where they can get a lot of wickets, and he's picked a lot of wickets in international cricket recently.
Bowled him! Shakir Afridi, right on the money. And Usman Pandit has to go. What a delivery.
Well, we were talking about the ball swinging in late, and it's like he heard me. He's bowled an absolute peach. Usman had no clue, tried to go over the top, but did not account for that inward movement. This is a top delivery, so Daredevils draw first blood. Look at that, beautifully bowled.
Yeah, in fact, he was in the right position. It was like he just saw the target mark on that middle stump. Usman would feel like he missed out on a half volley, but that was too good a ball to be hit. The first wicket down for Valley Boys. Usman Pandit has to go.
Shakir, beautifully bowled again. He bowls like a certain Usman Shinwari. Similar sort of action, and that round the wicket angle, getting the ball to deck in sharply. He's going to be a handful on this wicket.
Yeah, he'd wish if he had a little bit more height on him. But apart from that, he has every other feature that a fast bowler really requires. And he's bowling some really tight angles as well. Shakir Faraz rather. And the new man in for Valley Boys is the keeper, Danish Hafiz. He has a big role to play. Another good delivery, but it had a bat on it. So a very good over comes to an end. Just 2 runs off it and a wicket. 2 overs gone. Valley Boys in a little bit of trouble. 9 for 1.
Skipper Mohit back. Given away 7 runs. He's bowled decently. He'll want to better this. This is skied up in the air by Usman. By Mohsin Mutt, 2 fielder getting underneath it. And that is a brilliant catch by Abhinav. What a super catch. And this is a huge wicket.
Brilliant stuff there from the fielder Abhinav. He looks like he's in very safe hands. And Mohit Raghav makes a comeback in the first delivery of his second over. That one was skyrocketed off on the top. And the wicket-keeper Danish has to depart without troubling the scorers. That went deep into the night sky. Abhinav judged it to perfection, got underneath it and took it with confidence. In fact, it's Mohsin Mattu who has to depart. Not his day tonight, and Valley Boys falling deeper and deeper into trouble, 9 for 2.
Saqib Amin, another key batter for Valley Boys. But it's a different story when you're 2 down for not too many on the board. Again, a hesitant push inside edge. This is trouble for Valley Boys, isn't it?
Yeah, their lackluster performance continues right from the outfield and now with the bat. And that's kind of something that, takes a key role that most youngsters miss out, is that when you don't perform well in the field, you come on to bat with your shoulders down a bit. But if you are enthusiastic, if you fielded well, you'll come on to bat very confidently. I think that's what's happened tonight.
Absolutely. That is a very, very strong point that you've made. Again, beautifully bowled and smacked past Mohit. Very lucky. I didn't hit him on the arm. But Danish Ahmed looks like he's batting on another wicket.
Yeah, he packs a punch, doesn't he? Jimmy down. Middled it. Straight as an arrow. Mohit Raghav should be happy that he didn't touch a finger on it, get a finger on it rather. It would have hurt him.
That's a wayward delivery. That's what a shot like that, a shot of authority, does to a bowler's mindset. Now he's trying to experiment, where previously he was just bowling at that similar channel, asking the batter to take a risk. Good cricket here.
There's no harm in being hit for a 4, but I think Mohit Raghav has to understand that giving too much pace was the problem, not bowling that line and length.
And his run, coming back to your point, what you said was very valid, a very strong point. When you don't really field as well as you would have liked to, yes, your heads do tend to drop, but then that's where the senior partners in the team come into play. Tell the boys that it's done and dusted, let's forget about it, it's in the past, now we have a chase on our hands. But I don't think anyone did that, because even when the batters walked out to bat, they didn't look like they were walking with a lot of purpose. Seemed that they didn't really want to be here. So what you've said is spot on, 100%. I agree with you.
Especially players like Saqib Amin, who are the seniors, and when they don't perform in the outfield. We'll get back to that, but what another wonderful shot there from Danish Ahmed, picking up Mohit Raghav like it's bread and butter.
That's a super shot again, but I don't agree with this ploy of trying to play that ramp shot when you can hit them so cleanly down the ground. I've never wanted to play that shot, and those kind of shots require a lot of practice, and I doubt these boys practice that much. The Maxwells of the world play about 200 balls a day for that particular shot itself, and you walk out here, you've smacked one down the ground, and the next ball you try and play that ramp shot. That's pointless.
That's a much better looking shot. So it's 3 boundaries in this over. A really good way to end the third. Mohit Raghav bags a wicket in this over, but gives away a lot of runs. Valley Boys 23 for 2.
Shakir Afridi again. Still getting the ball to swing, and a nothing short by Danish. Saqib Amin, beg your pardon. Again, that point you made, he dropped that catch, and ever since that catch, Valley Boys have looked completely out of sorts, and that's translated into their batting effort.
Brilliantly put there, Farooq. Saqib Amin, from the first ball, he didn't look like he was in the zone today. And this, a nothing shot, put the bat to a ball that was just being floated across in the offside. And he gave away his wicket without troubling the scorers much. Valley Boys now falling deeper in trouble, 23 for 3.
Musa Benazir walks out. Well, he'll need to play out of his skin here. Shakir Afridi. Beautifully bowled again. Musa left that well alone. Well, a left hand, right hand combination might do a little good for Valley Boys. Upset Shakir Afridi's rhythm. He looks like he's in rhythm, bowling with purpose. Got his tail up.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's swinging now away from the left-hander. And I like that they've got the slip in as well. In fact, I'd have another play in the slip cordon. Wouldn't mind having 2 there. Make the batsman feel a little bit of that pressure. They're down 3 wickets.
Beautiful ball again. Yeah, you're right. He's taking the ball away from the left hander. He's not going to be as lethal as he is when he's bringing that ball in. That in-swinger always tends to test your technique more often times. And because of the amount of swing he was getting, that's what deceived Saqib. He expected the ball to swing in more because he was at the other end when the other batters were facing Shakir. And again, that tends to play tricks on your mind.
What would you think, or what would you advise Musa Benazir as a batsman to do? I mean, would taking guard in the off stump help him?
Shuffle, 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 shuffle. That's the only way you can kill the ball going away from you. Yes, if there's a bowler who's bowling in swingers to you, then you're leg before candidate, but if you're shuffling across, you will not get beaten by the swing, and then those drives and that ball will be pitched up because Shakir is not very pacey. You could probably walk down a couple of steps and start shuffling at him and get everything in his zone.
I'm pretty sure you did a lot of that when you scored 179 back in 2016. Yes, for everybody listening, we've got a brilliant batsman on the comm box.
Well, that wasn't one of the reasons I told you. You just asked me that. This time around, drives that off the bottom part of his bat into that gap. They'll get 2 more. As this ball will get wet, the swing on offer will diminish and it'll be easy to score runs. This is where your good presence of mind, good presence of mind in the sense that you know what the conditions are. Mohsin Mattu, I'm very disappointed in how he went about playing that ugly looking shot. He's a very experienced campaigner, could have assessed conditions, should have realized that it's just a couple of overs that the ball's going to move around and then there's going to be a lot of runs on offer. Poor stuff by Valley Boys.
Shakir Afridi, he's bowling very brilliantly so far, but one thing I'd like to see from him as well is that come up with a variation, maybe bowl a slow ball. He's been bowling the usual fast balls all throughout his spell, and this time being hit for a boundary, so a slower ball every now and then is definitely going to help him.
Yeah, and why not try that bouncer? It's always a wicket taking option, especially when you've got someone like Danish Ahmed who's trying to be aggressive, and he's looked very impressive so far. Again, I talked about maybe walking down, and he's done that and turned it into a half volley, hit him wide of mid-on and got a boundary. So you need to do something different to put the bowler off. Now straight away there are a lot of changes in the field after that boundary.
Yeah, but I think you're right. So if Shakir Ahmed, he has his square leg deep, why not bowl a bounce and try to entice the batsman to go for the shot? It may be hit for a 6, but the possibility of getting caught in the deep is 50%. He bowls the shorter one, but in the offside, so not the right line, and he's being hammered for a 4.
And he's not got the pace to bowl a short pitch delivery, especially on not on this wicket. You're right, this square leg fielder is pointless. But this is good batting by Danish. Look at that again, down the wicket and taking that swing out of the equation. This is brilliant counter-attack.
We're 4 overs in. Valley Boys 34 for 3. They're scoring at 8.5 in over, and they just need 8.2 as well. So they're well within reach of the target. We've got 16 more overs to see if they can reach that. Valley Boys 34 for 3.
Straight away, spin introduced. Courtesy some very good batting by Danish. Beautifully bowled, but very well played by Musa Benazir. That should have been stopped. He should have dived for that ball, rather preferred chasing it and injured himself in the process.
Yeah, he should have attacked the ball rather than chased it. Should have cut the ball short. Simple matter of refraction. Nevertheless, a boundary to start the over, always a good way, and they require 8 and over. Singles now for the rest of the over would do.
That would be smart cricket. He's played a very beautiful shot, no risk shot, got a boundary in the first ball. So now he's got an opportunity to stay well in front of the run rate. And this is beautifully played again. Good running now. There's that fumble. That's where you need to take a chance or two.
Yeah, had the batsman run the first run hard, it would have been harder for the fielder to come there. He would feel that pressure. Small technical stuff, Farooq, that they're missing out here.
Yeah, they learn. I hope they do. They need to think about what they need to do. They've not had a very good tournament so far. They've just got one win out of the fifth game they're playing today. So it's about time that they pick up on their mistakes and try and rectify them. Danish Ahmed, he'll have to bat sensibly from here on. Well played again. This is good cricket.
Good stuff. Very sensible. Danish Ahmed showing signs of a really good, well-seasoned batsman. Scored a boundary of the first ball and now he's rotating the strike. Good stuff all round. I'd like to see the skipper Mohit Raghav make some changes. Don't let the batsman settle in. Cricket, like you said earlier, Farooq, off the mic, it's a very complicated game. You've got to be smart and avoid playing shots like that, especially.
Absolutely, you're right. You're spot on. That was a nothing shot. I was just going to mention Musa Benazir is a very stylish left-hander. As all left-handers are. They're very easy on the eyes. They look very classy.
A flick pushed away down the leg side for a single. Of course, left-handers. If we start to name some stylish batters, we could talk all day. But right off the top of my mind, Sri Lanka's, number one wicket-keeper batsman. He's my favourite personally, Kumar Sangakkara. His cover drive for me is unmatchable. Not even Babar's, Farooq. No offence.
I absolutely agree with you. I was going to talk about that. People keep talking about the Virat Kohli cover drive, the Joe Root cover drive, the Stephen Smith cover drive, and the Babar Azam cover drive. But the Sangakkara cover drive is a thing of beauty. Absolute class. And the best thing is, it looks like he's not even hit it. He's not tried to hit it, but it just races away. We'll come back to that after the change up. 42 for 3 under 5 overs. This guy is going to be key for Daredevils. Shahnawaz Khan is very experienced off spinner. He's played a lot of domestic cricket here. Nicely bowled, slowed it up. Danish Ahmed is looking like $100 million today. That's again punished. Another boundary.
A great way to start the final over of the power play, Danish Ahmed. It's definitely looming at the back of his mind that this is the final over of the power play. So he'd want to get to a competitive total, make use of that fielding restrictions. 55-60 would be a brilliant score in the power play. They're now almost scoring at 9 and over, which definitely is going to make things easier later on. But Shahnawaz Khan is a very capable bowler as well. He wouldn't be put down from that boundary. Danish Ahmed playing a very uncharacteristic shot. He's trying the late cut. There is protection there, and Shahnawaz not giving a lot of space, so I wouldn't opt for that. Cover the line, play some good strikes, and yet again, Danish Ahmed a little too eager there.
He's trying to make the most of this final over of the power play. That's a catch-22 situation. He can lose a wicket here and lose a wicket off Danish Ahmed. Could cost Valley Boys in a big way. This time appealing for a leg before, but I think there was no pad involved.
Oh, Danish Ahmed is having a lot of trouble now facing Shahnawaz Khan. Beaten consecutively in 4 balls. How crucial can that be? How can it play the mind games with you, Farooq?
Well, for people who've not faced Shahnawaz Khan, he bowls that carom ball really well, and put a lot of doubt in the batter's mind, especially someone like Danish Ahmed who's getting the ball in the middle of the bat. He's going to start doubting his own ability against a class bowler like Shahnawaz. This is beautifully cut away. Another boundary, I think. What a shot.
Yeah, that kind of shot, it's worth it to have been beaten by 4 balls and to pull out a rabbit out of the hat. These are the kind of shots that Danish have to play. He's good. He should be more confident with his shots and play the kind of classical shots, not try to invent new things. It's not a huge total. You play the 20 overs and you have a good shot at winning this.
Absolutely. There's again in front of the run rate. Well played. Good cricket here. Again, got 9 runs on the board. He was dropped when he tried to play that sweep shot. Another pointless shot. End of the power play. 51 for 3.
Azharuddin will continue. Give away 8 runs in the first over. Very good delivery to start off with, but equally well played. Good cricket all around.
Rana, this is a very important phase in the game. They've already lost 3 wickets. 7 to 13. Very crucial stage in this T20 format. That's when teams tend to lose a lot of wickets because they continue in that vein that they have in the power play. I keep saying that players today, especially domestic players, don't like to play hard cricket. They like to go for those glory shots. They've got those 30 odd runs and they're satisfied. They've looked good on TV and they play that shot and go back in the pavilion, don't really play for the team. The teams that do play hard cricket are the ones that win a lot of games.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you 100%. But Danish Ahmed and Musa Benazir, they're proving us wrong. They're doing the right thing. Pushing the ball around, getting those singles. And the Daredevils might think that the singles are not going to hurt them, but they're definitely wrong.
Now they're already on the back foot. I can see a lot of heads starting to drop. Partnership just around about 30 runs now. They're in front of the run rate. If they get even 6 runs for every over, and just to say that is play that right down the throat of that mid-wicket fielder. That was a gunshot, but didn't get the elevation.
A little too full to play that. And the catches today from the Daredevils have been outstanding. This was hit hard, but very, very well kept there. He was not going to miss that. Brilliant catch. And a good cameo from Danish Ahmed. Comes to an end. 32 of 18. 7 boundaries. Very unfortunate. And Valley Boy is now in all sorts of trouble. 53 for 4.
That's a very interesting decision, Khalid Ibrahim. And he's wrapped on the pad. First ball. This is plum. But umpire says not out. Wow.
Khalid Ibrahim, I think he's very, very lucky. That looks straight plumb to the naked eye. You can see the leg stump. Very lucky there, Khalid Ibrahim. Unfortunate for Azharuddin.
Khalid lives to fight another day. Others, and he smacked that straight after that leg before decision. Doesn't even want to look at the ball. He knows he's got enough of it. And adding an insult to injury. Maximum for Khalid Ibrahim.
Yeah, he didn't have to look at that. It sounded so sweet. He knew it was right into the stands the moment it hit the bat. So things not going the Daredevils' way. Very, very unfortunate. Azharuddin pulled a very good delivery. He should have had 2 on 2. But unfortunately, he's being hit for a 6.
Cricket is a very cruel game, Yusran. I'm sure you know, you having played the game yourself.
Yeah, in fact, have been on the receiving end of some such poor decisions back home in Sri Lanka.
But if this ploy pulls off, if they can pull this off, if Khalid Ibrahim can hit a few long balls, I'm telling you, and he's bowled him just as I said that. What a comeback by Azhar. What a champion bowler.
Impatience, and there's a little bit of friendly banter going on. Probably saying second time round you're not that lucky. This time going with the arm, completely deceiving Khalid Ibrahim. Brilliant stuff from Azharuddin. And Valley Boys now half of the team back at the dugout. Long way to go. A good nudge in the leg side to make a comeback. Will that go all the way? In fact, yes, it does. A very quick outfield. And immediately, the new man in scores that boundary. In fact, it's the set batsman nudging that one down the leg side. There's nobody protecting that area. Shahnawaz Khan going for a boundary in the very first ball. Musa Benazir, he has to be the anchor now. He will be key if Valley Boys are to go see this match through. There's a slight change in the com box as well. Got Atiq Nizam back. A flighted delivery. There is protection and gone. Charit Nirmal takes a catch in the deep. And it's all falling down, Atiq.
Well, yes, Yuze, it's been falling pretty fast here for the Valley Boys. Well, what a performance this has been from the Daredevils. Well, who expected them to come out as hard as they have been? Suddenly, they're looking like a force to reckon with here, the Daredevils. A brilliant, brilliant day for them. And the Valley Boys, well, they're crumbling. Musa Benazir gave a fight as much as he could, 14 runs. Unfortunately, has to depart. And the Valley Boys have lost their 6th wicket now. 64 runs on the board.
So now in the driver's seat are the Daredevils. They've got the slip in as well. Usman Trumbo, the new batsman, in. Single and a lot of pressure. Now you can hear the enthusiasm. You can hear how pumped up the Daredevils are. They emit the Daredevil vibe now.
Well, they certainly do. They're just looking extremely good here. Usman Trumbo was the man of the match in the previous game. He went opening and scored a brilliant 50 in that game. I wonder why was he once again demoted. He played so well when he was opening the batting. He can definitely bat quite well. But this looks like it's going to be an uphill task for the batters. It's not impossible. Just 100 require of 74 balls. They've got the run rate is pretty good. The problem is once again the wickets column, and they need two batters to get on a good partnership here.
Yeah, I mean, singles can do it, I think. Just one boundary and over, and the rest singles are going to help. So Usman Trumbo, as you said, if he's a good a batsman, as you said, he can take them home, but he needs support. Majid Manzoor will have to be that guy to help him through. Yes and no calls. Very well fielded. That's the end of the 8th over. Valley Boys in a lot of trouble. 65 for 6.
Usman Trumbo, Majid Manzoor, they've got to find a way to get a partnership on here. 8 overs done, 65 for 6. Oh, that's close! Was going down the legs perhaps.
Yeah, very close, but going down the leg. Zaruddin. Usman Trumbo. And that's a corner! Having had a slip cordon there, Usman Trumbo opting to go for that wrong shot. Very, very uncharacteristic. Why would you go for such shot, Atik?
Well, that was very disappointing to say the least. Usman Trumbo, that was perhaps like a slip catching practice, wasn't it? He has to depart, doesn't trouble the score as much. 7th wicket down, the Valley Boys falling in tatters here, 65 for 7.
Zaruddin now top wicket taker, 3 for 17. He's been outstanding. Very good delivery to welcome Mudassir Wani. Had a good day with the ball, Mudassir Wani. He'll need to do better with the bat if he wants to see his team through. Valley Boys 65 for 7. It's an uphill battle. Flighted delivery, but in the wrong line. Going down the leg. An unforced error. He could have made this a very good over. In fact, even maybe tried to bowl a maiden. But the wide just had to ruin it.
Well, yes, it certainly is. Razaruddin Qureshi's bowled extremely well, picking up 3 wickets for 18 runs. He's bowled an excellent spell so far. Well, can they wrap it up as quickly as possible? This win would do them a world of good as far as their net run rate is concerned as well.
Zaruddin Qureshi, he had a good cameo with the bat. He's doing his part with the ball, so overall a good contribution. Majid Manzoor just facing one ball, Mudassir Wani 2, so 2 very new batsmen in the middle. They've got a mountain to climb, 99 of 68. Doable if they had wickets in hand. Another leg by. They don't take the single, so it's turning out to be a very good over. Just 2 runs off it and a wicket. 1 more ball to go. Then we'll have just 11 overs left for the Valley Boys to chase this target down. Good delivery, kept very low, went with the arm to end a very successful over. Valley Boys 67 for 7 at the end of 9.
Well, 67 for 7. Ajit Manzoor. Oh, that's nicely played. He gets off the mark.
Yeah, just a gentle push. Shahnawaz Khan has also been a very good bowler tonight. 2 overs, 1 for 15. He'd like to grab a few more wickets. Took a slight pause, trying to deceive the batsman, but swept cleanly in the end by Majid Manzoor. Mudassir Wani has a good strike off the ball. It's key to play the ball to its merit today. Ball is keeping very low. It's not coming on to the bat as the batsman would like, so it's not a batting friendly pitch, to be honest. But for a smart batsman, he can make it work. Very crucial singles, Shahnawaz Khan. Injecting a lot of pressure onto the Valley Boys. He's got an attacking field set as well. Flighted. Taking some turn, coming into the batsman. So good signs for the Daredevils. It's been easy going for them so far. After Danish Ahmed's dismissal, nothing's worked a lot for the Valley Boys. But these kind of uncalled errors, not necessary. You don't have to do much, just bowl wicket to wicket. Make sure you're not giving away unnecessary runs. Trying to free his arms there, Mudassir Wani, but to no avail. We're at the halfway stage. Valley Boys 70 for 7. Azharuddin Qureshi bowling his final over for tonight. He'd like to bag a 5 for sure. He's got 6 balls to do so. He's taking his own time, trying to set and position the fielders in the right places. That's very crucial. Good ball to start off with. Majid Manzoor tried to free some space to open his arms, but Azharuddin up to the task, following the batsman, not giving him any room. Down the leg side. That was the flipper. So Azharuddin, he's got a lot of variations up his arsenal. He's been using them quite well tonight. Just the on and off wide delivery, but this time picked up, and picked up good. That goes all the way over the boundary line for a maximum. Flighted delivery, quick to get down on the need. Manzoor. And just slogged it over. A much needed 6 to ease off the pressure. They still need 89 off 58 balls. They need a lot more of those, and also a lot more of smart cricket to rotate the strike. And straight away Azharuddin feeling the pressure. Trying too hard. Going around the wicket now. Changing his run up. Tries for the big slot. Yes, yet again. And he will be rewarded for the confident shot. He wasn't afraid to go after it. Didn't get all of it, but managed to snipe a boundary through. So some really good batting here from Majid Manzoor, giving the Valley boys a glimpse of hope. They're not giving up. They're trying to fight. Azharuddin Qureshi, in his last over, he's given away 12 runs already with 3 more balls to go. So not a great finish for him. Once again, being hit into space. The third boundary in this over. 16 runs coming off it now with 2 more to go.
Once again, a very good shot. Well, this over has become quite productive now here for the Valley boys, but the question here to be asked is it too little too late? The rate required is still pretty good, but the problem here is the wickets column. 7 wickets down, 80 runs of 56 balls, but realistically speaking, you see, it does require only one partnership. Perhaps maybe a 160 to 70 run stand will help them get over the line, but the question is that going to be able, is that going to be possible is the question here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a matter of, are the batsmen patient enough to play the 20 overs? That's crucial. If they play the 20 overs, there's a good chance they might be able to chase it down. An unnecessary shot. And a half-hearted appeal as well. Azharuddin Qureshi ends his 4 overs, bagging 3 wickets for 35. Valley boys, after 11 overs, 86 for the loss of 7 wickets. Shahnawaz Khan in for his last over. He'd want to do some damage control after his bowling partner in the other end was hammered for 16 runs. Mudassir Wani, 2 of 8. He'd want to give strike to Majid Manzoor, who scored all of those runs earlier. in the previous over.
Well, yeah, they'll need some brilliance here from the Valley Boys batters. Oh, gets an outside edge, just flies away from the third man region for another boundary. Mudassar Wani gets his first one. The runs are coming thick and fast over the last couple of overs here. You see, is there something magical that we're going to witness here tonight?
Yeah, definitely the runs are coming. Although it wasn't in very convincing style, yet they're still coming. And Valley Boys will take it with both arms wide open. Shahnawaz Khan, 3 more balls to go in his final over. A very good bowler. This time around beats the batsman. An arm ball. Mudassir Wani not picking that up at all.
Shahnawaz has bowled quite well, 1 for 21 of his 3.4, 2 more deliveries to go. Oh, good delivery. He needed to get some bat there. Pick up a single. The rate required has climbed to 9.18. Still 75 runs is a long way if you're 7 wickets down. Shahnawaz, last ball of his spell here. Bowled brilliantly so far. Very good delivery, very good spell. He's bowled extremely well, picked up a wicket, but he's most importantly been very economical. 12 overs done. The Valley Boys 91 for 7. So 75 required of 48 balls. So I'd like to make a quick mention of our sponsors. The tournament organizer being the ICCA Academy, streaming partner fan code, support sponsor 7 districts, and the podcast partner Crick Express. Thank you very much for putting up this tournament. It's been an outstanding one. We're just past the halfway stage, still a lot of cricket to be played. Thinking of a single there. (91 for 7). The Sarwani 7 of 13. Majid Manzoor 15 of 11. Rate required is 9.57. Oh, just beats that outside edge. Good delivery from Shad Hamza.
Yeah, good delivery. He'll have to replicate more of that. And to the tail end, I think an easy way to bowl them out is just to bowl wicket to wicket. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to bowl wicket to wicket here. Especially try and hit those Yorkers. Try and hit it into the block hole. But Mudassar Wani, he's not a typical tail ender. He can handle himself with the bat. Just take care of himself. The captain of the Valley Boys, Mudassar Wani. He's a very strong lad. Valley Boys, they were the champions in one of the recent tournaments here at the ICCA Academy. Unfortunately, they look completely out of sorts. Not their usual best. that they're known to be.
Shad Hamza. It's been a quiet over. Just that wide. Dasirvani has been trying to pick Shad. Try to get some runs. He's not been able to do so far. 3 more balls to go in this over. Shad Hamza will be eyeing for that wicket. I'd like to see a change in the field as well. Maybe bring in the mid-wicket in a catchy position. Bowl in that good length. Try to force a wicket. Change styles. Change the momentum of the game. We've hit quite a slump. Nothing much is happening.
Well, it certainly is. 73 or 44. Now it's beginning to get towards that tougher stage where the rate required touches 10 runs and over. Oh, once again, fishing that outside off. Majid Manzoor, he's tried that stroke a couple of times and he's been beaten.
Beaten by pace and beaten by swing both. That ball should have been put away, I think, given the circumstances of the game. He got in just an inch wrong in position to play that shot. But it's good to see Shad Hamza still able to move the ball after 13 overs. Valley Boys 93 for 7. They need 73 in 42 deliveries. Can they do it? Stay tuned.
Well, so 93 for 7. Shot. A half volley hit straight back past the wicket umpire over the head of the bowler. And that's a very, very good shot from Mudassir Wani.
It was a very poor ball. Very short. Kept low. Would have liked to see that ball be hit for a 6. Nevertheless, it's gone for a boundary. They'll take it at all cost. First ball boundary now for Valley Boys. Can they make something out of it? A very unorthodox action from Abhinav. Back-to-back boundaries now. Mudassir Wani cooking things up. Can he be the saviour for Valley Boys? Wrong-footed bowler Abhinav needs to learn from Azharuddin and Shahnawaz that he needs to flight the ball a bit, not bowl these short deliveries. And for those kind of deliveries, I think this field is not going to do any good.
Well, it certainly is. Abhinav Vishnu bowled really well the other day, picked up 4 wickets. So he's somebody who can bowl really well. So he's got to get his line and length here. Too short, too wide. But this time there is a fielder in the deep. Abhinav Vishnu struggling to get his line and length. The Valley Boys have somehow managed to creep on to the 100-run mark. 102 for 7 now. 64 of 39. Are we going to witness something special here tonight?
Chances are high. I think everything to play for. A much better delivery. But once again put into open space and another boundary. So 3 boundaries in the over already with 2 more balls to go. And this time Majid Manzoor hitting that ball into open space. And was this the over the Valley Boys wanted to get back in the groove? The current run rate is still at just under 8. The required rate is at 9.5, almost 10. So they'll have to definitely up the ante, and this is the way to go.
Once again, played through that region. Vishnu has been very expensive in this first over. His ball gone for 13 runs already. Mudassar Wani has taken on a liking towards him. .5 overs, 107 for 7. 59 of 37. Smart batting here. Just knocked around for a quick single. So an expensive over from Abhinav Vishnu comes to an end. 15 runs comes off that over. 14 overs done and dusted. 108 for 7. .58 of 36. Mudassar Wani 18 of 20. Majid Manzoor 20. That's nicely played down to the point. Well, a decent partnership is building up here. 44 runs done between the two. 57 required of 35 balls. Are we going to witness something special here tonight? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Let's talk more about it with my co-commentator here who's just joined me in the com box, Farooq Kazmi. Welcome back, Farooq.
Thank you, Atik. Yeah, it looks like these two could take the team close to that target, if not over the line. Majid Manzoor is very prolific. So is Mudassar Wani. He's usually comes quite low down the order, but having played with him, I can tell you that he scored a lot of runs.
If anybody can win this game 57 in 34, it's definitely peak Farooq, who scored 179 off just 60 deliveries, I think, FYI.
Well, Farooq, now your all your achievements out in the open. You may get some offers from certain franchises now.
This was before your time. You both are probably not even born then.
Oh, there's an opportunity that's flied up. The keeper comes under it and takes it. Majid Manzoor. Well, he gave it a try, but unfortunately, now the partnership's been broken.
Again, catches win, matches don't. They if the Valley Boys had taken their chances, this would be a completely different game. With Majid Manzoor's wicket, they're sinking even lower. 20 of 17, 109 for 8.
Well, 109 for 8. Well, they've got a new batter in there. Can they close this up? Good delivery once again. Well, they need wickets here, isn't it? They need to perhaps try and close this up pretty fast here, Farooq.
Yeah, just 2 left. Bilal Ahmed doesn't look like he's very proficient with the bat. Striking at just under 7.5. Required run rate 10.7. Shad Hamza. He's bowled a tidy over so far. Just 1 run off it and a wicket. Very deceptive. This is edged away towards third man. Just short of the fielder there, Charit Narmal.
Yeah, just short of that. Shad Hamza. Can he try and perhaps put a Yorker at middle stump with the Sarwani? He's handled himself so far, but thanks to some wayward bowling by Vishnu in the previous over, he managed to capitalize, get a couple of boundaries. 110 for 8. Now last ball of the 15th over coming up.
Yeah, Mudassar is very strong through that offside. Hits it very hard. Outside edge, just evading the wicketkeeper. But that's well fielded by that third man fielder. Cleans that up just inside the boundary line. Another one added. End of 15 overs, 1-1-1. Nelson for 8.
Alright, so Nelson on the board, as Farooq said. Can this be a lucky break here for the Daredevils? Chance of a catch! Oh, Nelson almost striking there.
Well, they've broken that deadlock. Shakir Afridi back into the attack. He's still getting that shape. This is good bowling. Mudassar one is looking for a maximum now. Well, that's the only way they're going to get close to that target of 167.
Oh, what was he trying to do there, Bilal Ahmed? Well, it looked like he was just going for a walk, wasn't he?
He looked like he wanted to get bowled behind his legs. That was a nothing shot. He was nowhere close to that ball. Fare better if he tried to play down the ground or perhaps go with the swing towards the onside. Mind you, he's a tail-hander, so we'll expect these kind of strokes from him.
.54 of 28 now. Shakir Afridi. Oh, that's a very good delivery. Has he got an inside edge? Yes, the umpire lifts his finger. And Bilal Ahmed has to walk. Well, so Nelson +1. And still it's worked here tonight.
Bilal looks totally bemused, but yeah, there was an inside edge. The appeal was pretty instant by the keeper and the bowler. Another good decision by Vipin. Very good umpire Vipin. Bilal Ahmed back to the pavilion. Just 1 of 4 deliveries. Valley Boys sink further. 112 for 9.
15.3 overs. Last wicket now. Oh, he's been bowled. What a delivery. A brilliant Yorker. This is what we've been talking about. That he had to bring that Yorker in, and he's done exactly that. And what a spell it has been. 4 for 14 for Shakir Afridi. It's been a fantastic one and a wonderful victory here for the Daredevils. Look at that. Absolutely awesome stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, that is beautiful bowling. We were talking about that Wasim Akram in-swinging Yorker off air, and he's produced exactly that. That's a very, very impressive bowling performance by Shakir Afridi. Broke the back of the Valley Boys first with those 2 wickets up top, and then coming back into his second spell to wipe out the tail. This is a very impressive performance, Atik.
Well, it certainly is. Now back-to-back victories here for the Daredevils. Had a brilliant outing the other day. I was just joking with Mohit Raghav, Farooq, that the change of uniform has brought them some luck. Well, looks like I don't think they're going to change their uniform anytime soon, because the 2 games and they've got 2 victories here. Excellent stuff from the Daredevils. Now they'll be a team to watch out for. This has been an outstanding performance. First with the bat, putting on a decent score, and then dismissing a team like the Valley Boys, who are one of the hot favourites in the tournament to perhaps go on to win the title. They've bowled them out for 112. Oh, great performance. A good team effort here by the Daredevils.
This definitely is a very, very impressive performance. They've been good with the bat, they've been good with the ball, and comprehensively beating Valley Boys. Let's look at a batting card. It's a very sorry state. Danish Ahmed looked very solid. Musa Benazir looked good. And then towards the end of the innings, Majid Manzoor and Mudassar Wani batted decently, but not the kind of performance you'd hope from these experienced lot. I think especially Mohsin Mattu, beg your pardon, very experienced, and he played a very rash shot there up top. That his fall enabled Daredevils to get their foot in.
Well, they just couldn't recover from that, wasn't it? Well, with the bowlers, all of them contributing. Mohit Raghav, Shahnawaz Khan and Shad Hamza getting a wicket apiece. Azharuddin Qureshi with a brilliant spell of 3 for 35, but the pick of the bowlers, 2.4 overs, 4 for 14 with an economy rate of 5.25 by Shakir Afridi, who was the best of the lot. 8 extras, but it was not an issue because they managed to wrap them up for 112 with just 15.4 overs. Excellent stuff this has been from the Daredevils. They've been outstanding. They've just simply been outstanding. So these are the wickets that fell. There you go. In fact, this is the highlights. Wickets falling in regular intervals. Then after that, just getting a bit of a partnership going on. This time playing it through the mid-on region, playing all around the ground, and there you go. But problem was the Valley Boys just could not catch up with the fall of wickets that kept falling in regular intervals. Some good tight bowling, but you did see some moments of brilliance there. Oh, there you go. This has been a very, very comprehensive performance here by the Daredevils. This has just been, this would give them a world of confidence. A lot of wickets, picking up wickets in regular intervals. This has been, all the bowlers putting their hands up has been the difference here tonight for the Daredevils. Contributing, playing like as a team, well supported by the fielders, taking the catches that came their way. This contributed in their victory. Very, very good work. Give them a lot of confidence as they go on into the tournament. That was just towards the end where Mudassar Wani did give in a couple of lusty shots, but just not able to wrap things up. So good hitting there towards the end by Mudassar Wani. And there you go. That was a catch taken easily by the wicket keeper, and then the 9th wicket, and then the last one, an in-swinging Yorker to just wrap things up. Brilliant stuff this is. So the Daredevils batting for scoring 165. Hari Prasad 67 of 45, Azan Qureshi 23 of 14, and Shad Hamza 19 of 13. 3 wickets for Mudassir Bashir, and Mudassir Wani picks up 2 wickets there. Usman Rambo 1 wicket for 39, and in response Valley Boys 112 all out in 15.4 overs. Danish Ahmed 32, Mudassir Wani 21, Majid Manzoor 20, Shakir Afridi with a brilliant spell of 4 for 14, and Azharuddin Qureshi 3 for 35. It just helps them get over the Mohit Raghav 1 for 21, also just help them just make sure that they wrap things up pretty fast and inside 15.4 overs with over 4 overs to spare. They finally won by 53 runs. It has been an outstanding performance. They've just been very, very comprehensive. They've just been absolutely brilliant. Well, so stay tuned. We're just going to go to join the presentation party where Yusran Lantra is for the Man of the Match award.
Welcome to the post-match presentation, and what a cracking encounter. It was match number 33 between the Daredevils and Valley Boys. So the Daredevils won the toss and they chose to bat first, posing a very, very competitive score. 165 they got, and in return the Valley Boys had to chase. There were some notable performances, but they fell short. But for the Daredevils, there were quite a lot of performances, especially Hari Prasad, who gave them a really good start, scoring 67, and Shakir Afridi bagging 4 wickets. But tonight there was one player who stood out, and that was Azharuddin Qureshi, who bagged 3 wickets and scored 23 runs. And to present the Player of the Match award, I'd like to invite match referee Mr. Razak Ali, and I'd like to invite Azharuddin Qureshi to get the award. Yeah, I'd like Qureshi, how was playing tonight? First of all, congratulations, you put up a really good performance. How tough was it playing tonight?
Bismillah Rahmanir Rahim. Yeah, tough condition. I mean, because I think it was the second game today, so wicket was little slower, and I mean, yeah, we have to see the score and put up the total on the board so we can defend it. Yeah, Harry batted really well, and then the cameo with from me and I think Shahadat got a good defending score for us. And yeah, it was a good wicket to bat on the first place, and then to defend. Luckily there was no dew, so I was able to get the ball to grip, and yeah, that was it. Yeah,
You came at a very crucial position in terms of batting. Weren't you afraid to go after the bowlers?
No, my job was to get the runs on the board. That was my role given by the captain. So I was just trying to utilize the shorter side of the boundary, and I got the runs over there itself. Yeah.
Especially after the performance you did today, do you think you'd fancy playing more up the order in the next coming up matches?
Not really. I've always told my team, whichever team I play, that I can go at any number wherever you want. So I don't want to keep a situation where I have to bat in the certain position only. I'm very flexible, and wherever the team needs me, I'll bat there.
Yeah, and in terms of bowling as well, the pitch was very slow to the ball didn't come onto the bat as usual. So it actually was an advantage for you. How did you utilize that?
Yeah, I mean, luckily the dew wasn't there today, so I was able to bowl stump to stump, and that is my always the plan of action, that the more I bowl on the stumps, the more chances of getting the wickets.
Alright, so thank you very much for joining us, and I hope you have such wonderful performances throughout this tournament. Thank you very much. That was the Player of the Match, Azharuddin Qureshi. And before we conclude things, I just like to give a big shout out to our tournament organizers, ICCA Academy, and our streaming partner FanCode, our support sponsor 7 District, and podcast partner Crick Express. So none of this would be possible without these wonderful sponsors. So that's about it. We had a cracking game. We'll catch you with the rest of the games even tomorrow, so don't go anywhere.